Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Tess Cardinelli is in the house.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
You heard the Aime C songs, guys, like last week, and those songs are amazing. Not only that, Tess Cardinelli did her own songs as well, so which I think is pretty freaking awesome. We do have another artist that does that. Her name is Gracie Easton, and she does the same thing that you do. But I also want to introduce California producer DJ Blue Show from out in Novato, California. He's here with us, and also his wife Dana is also here with us as well.
Hi,
So,
everyone.
a little bit of background on DJ Blue. He has been in radio for a very long time. Started out in Boston and made his way to California. So, yeah. So, Tess, how are you doing? Before I get to all these questions, how are you doing? And tell everybody, about how long you've actually been singing and doing, songwriting and things like that.
So, just to give you a little background, I have three sons who have amazing talent, and
That's
they
awesome.
have been in the TV show Boy Band. So I've been in music. I've been their
Wow.
momager for 15 years. But then they, went to college. They grew up, and the boy
Right.
band broke up. And I really didn't know how much I loved music, so I actually started writing songs. And every song that I wrote is basically a little bit about my life.
Right.
So I wanted to tell a story, mostly for my kids and for my grandkids, so
Yeah.
that, they could know a little bit about me. But then I realized that I don't really know how to sing very well. So I started Aime C, and she's amazing.
I beg to differ because I heard some of your songs that you actually sing, and I got a couple of those pulled up. And
Oh,
one of them's "Dancing in the Moonlight," which I thought you did very well.
thank you
So,
so much. My son,
uh,
my son is a producer, a music producer, and
oh,
he has
is
we have
he?
a studio upstairs in our home,
Oh,
and
wow. What's his
he
name?
recorded me. I'm sorry,
What's his name?
Santino Cardinelli,
Oh, wow. Fantino.
Santino with an S.
Dantino. Okay. Dantino
Yeah.
Card.
Stone
Wow.
Cold Productions is the name of his production company, and he's amazing.
Wow, that's
He
awesome.
recorded "Dancing in the Moonlight" for me, and that's a song about me and my husband and how we met back in the
Oh,
day.
that's cool. That is cool. That is awesome. Yeah, and I want to touch before we get to the Aime C version of what you created, which is pretty freaking awesome. I thought.
Thank you.
How do you initiate your songwritings, your lyrics, your chords, kind of your groove, so to speak? And I ask every artist this, how did it come about, so to speak? How do you start your songwriting? Is it like a thought or like a aha moment sometimes?
Sometimes if I hear something, or most of the time, it's just a little bit about my life,
Hmm.
my story, and I wanted to just get it out there. And so I like the '80s too. I like
Oh
dance, just
yes.
like
Oh
so.
yes. Oh wait, hang on. You want to talk about '80s? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just put the songs, my lyrics to that kind of music,
Right.
and created the album.
Oh wow. Goodness. So Aime C, talk a little bit about her because she is awesome. She was created by you. You write her songs and everything. So tell us about Aime C.
Aime C was just an avatar, AI avatar that I created. She is like I'm her agent,
Right.
basically, and she hits every note. She is perfectly.
Yes, she does.
So I created those songs so that she could tell my story.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. The way, and you could tell she hit every word. Aime C hits every word that you write. You could tell by that in the songs.
Yeah.
And I thought that was amazing how you created that. And a lot of people are going toward this. A lot of artists, they sing, but they also want to create AI stuff too.
Exactly.
So that's why we really wanted to get you on, as to pick your brain a little bit of how you have had success with this. It's pretty awesome.
It's not an easy thing to record music, get a
Right.
producer, go into the studio and that kind of thing, and then to pay an artist to sing your music. I
Yes.
created her so that she can do it, and it didn't cost me anything. It's something that I did in my home.
There you
Um,
go.
and within 10 minutes, I'd write a lyric, or I write a poem that I used to have, or a story about my life, and then
Right.
I put it in AI, and Amy creates this beautiful song.
Wow. Goodness me. Now, is Amy C, like, is she able to talk
No,
at all? Okay. All right.
she was just an
I was kind
AI.
of curious about that.
I could make her talk. I could make her, say
Right.
things. And I actually have in some of my Instagram posts,
Right.
but she's not a real person. She's
Right.
just my AI
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, that's awesome. And a lot of folks is wondering about the AI stuff, and if you use it right, you can have success with it, just like you have.
It's
Um,
crazy. Without AI, would I have been able to create an album in
right.
less than a month
I'm
and
gonna
then
give
have
Adam
another
because he is in the house. So
one on the way?
wow, you have
It's
another one on the way. You heard that right, y'all.
Oh, wow.
I have another one on the way, and probably May 17th, I'm going to release that one. It's chapter 2. And I have a chapter 3, which is going to be all country.
Right. Oh, ha, ha. I get to play country music Tuesday. How about that, DJ Blue?
All right.
So how has AI changed your creative process? You started out singing yourself, right? Which I think your singing is still great. And then you started AI and said, hey, look, I'm getting older now. I can't go on forever, but I have a tool that could give me the power to write songs and still get music out there. So how did AI Amy C change your creative thinking, so to speak? And can you balance the AI foundation, like the generated foundations, with your input?
Well, I had no idea how this was going to blow up like this because,
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I just wanted to make songs. I just wanted to write my stories for my kids, my grandkids, my future grandkids. And the fact that people are actually listening to my songs is crazy.
Right.
I just never expected it, honestly. I just really didn't.
Yeah, and I am so glad we got to run into you, because things like this we absolutely love and absolutely adore to get on the show here for everybody to hear. And also,
you can say that you discovered Tess Cardinelli and ABC. If this goes anywhere, you can say you discovered us.
What has been your perspective on the I know there's a lot of debate out there and things like that. Hey, AI generated music, stuff like that. But the things I've heard from AI is just amazing. And there's actually mainstream artists now that's using AI, and what they're doing with it is just awesome. Yeah.
They're going to be left behind if they don't really just use it to the best that they can.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
And I agree. And I think the debate's over, because I think you've mastered it. Okay.
Thank you.
I really think you have. DJ Blue, do you have any questions for her?
I did want to say one thing real quick on one of the songs, Melting the Ice. I know you played it a few times. I appreciate that. But all the proceeds for that song, which I don't like to get political, but all the proceeds to that song are going to be donated to a charity in Minneapolis.
There you go. You guys heard that right. So she's not only just playing songs, but she is all the proceeds going from the song Melting the Ice. So make sure you guys play the hell out of that. Okay. It's on Spotify and wherever else you can get it on.
And I
that is going to charity. Okay, that's very important.
Melting the Ice has merch as well at the Amy
Right.
store on fourthwall.com. Amy store, fourthwall.com, something like that. So there is merch out there too that all the proceeds will go to the Minneapolis charity.
That is awesome, y'all. So yeah, Melting the Ice is a charitable song. All right.
Yes.
So y'all need to play the heck out of that. All right. So whether if you're listening now or listening later on YouTube or whatnot, Melting the Ice by Aime C. We need to get that thing out there like quickly. So that charity can get what they need to get out there. So yeah, there you go. So we talked about the AI stuff. How do you craft radio friendly like hooks, engage, and how to connect the audience, so to speak? So you're crafting the mastery of AI. You crafted your songs. Now you're doing AI, right? And how do you create that radio friendly sound, so to speak?
It's all through AI.
Right.
It's AI beats and my lyrics, and it just creates the music.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, so you guys heard Aime C, right? So I want you to listen to Tess Cardinelli for a moment. All right. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna play Dancing in the Moonlight, which I feel is a pretty darn good song. All right.
Thank you. Thank
So
you so much.
Dancing in the Moonlight, we're gonna play, and then we're gonna come back to Tess. We're gonna ask her some more questions and things like that. But Dancing in the Moonlight is a darn good dance song. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But this is one of your originals, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I wrote
one of
this
her
song.
originals, and Tess sings it herself, y'all. This is Tess Cardinelli, Dancing in the Moonlight, Willswood Radio Show. We'll be back with Tess, DJ Blue, Dana, Adam's in the house, Flora's in the house. We'll be back. This is great. And someone, Cece said this is one of her favorite songs.
All right. Thank you, Cece.
Dancing in the moon with my heart skipped a beat. With every step we took, I felt my world complete. Loving the music, breaking through the noise. I cancel my forever for the chance of this boy. A year past by, sweet memories unfold. Laughing in the sunshine, secrets to be told. From his past started creeping in. Whispers of regret that my heart had been. I knew he was the bridge from the hurt I had known. But deep inside my soul, I felt so alone. Packed my dreams and left, searching for the light. Crossed the country wide, leaving love behind that wall. The echoes of our life.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in. My son, he just had a birthday. I don't give Adam. We all know what the underscore is, but he had a birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, son.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I think he's shy.
With every whispered secret, we knew love was blind. I reclaim my forever, no more coming undone. Married in the sunlight, blessed with three precious sons.
I like this part right here.
Now gray hairs are showing, but my love still shines bright. I dance through all the seasons in the soft twilight. In every memory shared, in all the life we led, we know that fate that guided, the love that never fled. Together forever, through thick and through thin, two hearts reunited, now life can begin.
Danielle, what's up?
Whoa.
Wow. That's awesome. All right, one more. This is "But Now They're Men" by Tess Cardinelli. One more, we'll come back to Tess.
Okay.
Yo.
Check this out.
Three little boys got the whole world here. Running through the yard, chasing dreams in the sun. So my heart, they had one. Building those castles in the sand side by side. From superheroes and capes to their first school pride. Oh, how they blossom like flowers in the spring. Time flew by fast, they grew up with a zing.
Oh, yeah.
And I miss those days. Life was a canvas painted place.
Oh, yeah.
Watching them grow into who they are today. Yeah, the problem belongs for the games we won't play. The first one, my leader, always took charge. From little league games to his dreams so large. Got that spark in his eye. Ambition on fire, but still that boy with dreams that took him higher. The second one, the Joker.
It's getting hot up in here, y'all.
Now he's shooting goals, can't believe it's so real, so real, so real, so real. But now they're men, and I miss those days. My life was a canvas painted in clay always. Watching them grow into who they are today. Yeah, the problem belongs.
Let's get those likes going, guys.
And the youngest, my heart with a spirit so free. Dancing through life, he's a melody to me. From building Legos to late night talks, now he's out there hustling, making bold walks. I sit back and reflect, see the man they become, with grit and with grace, chasing dreams never done. But every now and then, in the quiet of the night, I hear echoes of laughter under the soft moonlight. It's a bittersweet melody, watching them fly. Wishing for moments while they soar through the sky.
Wow.
I'm proud of their journeys. The path
Goodness
that
gracious.
they take. Oh, how I wish for those innocent days. But now they're men, and I miss those days. When life was a canvas painted in clay always. Watching them grow into who they are.
Laid off, what's up?
Yeah, the problem belongs for the games we won't play. From their mom, no matter the distance, they're where I belong. In my heart, there's a place that'll never fade for those sweet little boys. The memories we made, I'll cherish the laughter, the joy that we shared forever and always.
Oh, I'm playing this over and over and over.
Thank you so much.
Holy moly. But Now They Were Men
Now they're men.
by Tess Cardinelli. And you said you couldn't sing. You could rap.
That wasn't
Wow.
me rapping. That was not
Well,
me
it-
rapping.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
No.
the song itself is just amazing, but Now They're Men. That even reminds me of my boys. You know, I've got teenagers mostly. One's 9, but you know, one's already playing high school soccer, which is Adam. He was just on. But yeah, that's a very good parents theme song right there.
Yeah.
And who was that
They grow
rapping?
up so fast.
Yeah, who was that with you that was rapping?
That's AI.
That's oh, okay. All right, so was that Amy?
Aime C has she's a little rapper too.
All right, so that was Tess Cardinelli with Aime C, y'all. So y'all heard the combination of her voice with AI.
Yeah.
There.
And do you know how I named her Aime C? for AI and me.
Right. There you go.
Oh,
AI and me.
wow.
So y'all get that, right? Aime C.
That's
AI.
Nice.
That is awesome. My goodness.
Yeah.
I think with Dancing in the Moonlight is amazing, but this song here, but now they're men, any parent, dad or mom, is going to be leaning on that song. And I know a lot of people have already heard it, but there's going to be a bunch more people that is going to be hearing it.
Of
Uh,
course.
I
because
also wrote a song to my future grandchildren because
Yes.
I don't have any yet, but my mom
Got
never
one.
got to.
I've
Not
got
yet,
one
but
born on Christmas Day.
aw. So my mom never got to meet her grandchildren because she
Yeah.
passed away before I had kids. So
Right.
I wanted, just God forbid, in case I'm not around, I wanted to write a song, and it's called "Love You Beyond Time" for my grandchildren,
goodness.
so they could hear my voice,
Yes. Yes,
And it's
definitely.
me singing it. It's actually me singing it.
DJ Blue, but now they're men. What do you think?
I love it. That's a great track.
Yeah, he's going to be playing the hell out of that on his show too. Just so you know.
Hey. Thank you, guys. I appreciate
Once
it
he
so much.
says, "I love it," oh, best believe he's going to be playing the dog crap out of that song. I mean, definitely. Oh
Thank
man.
you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tess Cardinelli is with us, independent artist. She also has created Aime C, AI and Me. Okay, the Aime C hits that you hear, she is the creator of all this. Okay, so Aime C, the AI independent artist, Tess Cardinelli is the creator, y'all. Okay,
Chapter 1 is out on all
one
platforms.
is out already. All right, so Tess, a couple more questions for you, and I always ask all the artists this: how do you know when a song is truly finished and ready to release?
When I feel it.
When you
It's just
feel
when
it.
I feel it. If I like it, I'm gonna put it out. If it makes me feel something, I'm gonna put it out. It's not gonna be technical or professional, but it's the way I feel about it.
Right.
Where's the right?
Like I have a new one called "If I Knew," and recently I lost my puppy, Daisy May. She was
Oh, wow.
almost 17 years
Sorry.
old. But if I had known that was our last Christmas with her, and I would have
Yeah.
done things, maybe taken more pictures, maybe
Right.
more, So I wrote the song "If I Knew," and it can go to anybody. I think it can relate with anybody who's lost somebody. Like, would they
Right.
have changed something if they knew
wow.
it was the last time? So that one's my favorite.
Wow. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I've lost two puppies before we got the two new ones. Both of them to cancer, unfortunately. One had brain cancer, the other one had I think prostate
Heartbreaking.
cancer. So
Yeah.
yeah. Cece said she cried with that song. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think we were all kind of tear jerking enough for all of us parents there. So yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the the dogs are like family. I had one of them that passed away. She knew how to open a present like a human, really, literally. She would paw it, and then she would not use her mouth. She would literally paw it open. So
I have a book also called "Gone but Not Forgotten," and
wow,
also
And
wrote
you're-
a song.
you're a writer. You're a songwriter and a book writer. How about that? You're multi-talented, y'all.
Yes, and that book is out on Amazon on the it's a digital book.
You wrote many books.
There's
Yeah.
several books. It's under the pen name Natalia.
Gone
Beck.
but not forgotten. That is awesome. So do you start with lyrics or chords or like rhythms? And when you start writing a song or start making beats to the song, what do you start with? I know
First, I just
different artists
write
have
the
different.
lyrics. I write the lyrics, and
Gotcha.
then I just write what basically in my life, in these stories, and then I put it into the AI, and it creates the music. I tell it what kind of genre I want.
Right.
So, like, I have the country album, so those are
Oh,
all
I
country.
can't wait for that.
That's chapter 3. You're gonna have to wait till June.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. June is right around the corner. I can't. Yeah. Cece says, "Oh my God, I have all of her books, and I cried with that book." Wow, that's awesome. So I have a couple of other questions too. A couple of fun ones. What is, while maybe you were singing, maybe you were writing or whatnot, or creating Aime C, what is your most funniest / embarrassing moment as an independent artist?
Well, you keep saying independent artist, and it's just a strange thing because I'm a wife of a retired lieutenant, police lieutenant. I'm a mother
Wow,
of 3 sons.
that's
I'm an
awesome.
office manager to a state planning law firm. And so when you say independent artist, it's so crazy to me because I've never thought of myself as an independent artist.
Oh,
Do you know
you
what I'm
are
saying?
definitely are. You are amazing.
So I don't even know how to answer that because I don't know. I don't consider myself an independent artist. I just feel like I write songs and I just um, want to share my stories,
Right.
Like I wouldn't go out and perform. I'm not a
Yeah.
performer. I would never go live and perform like in a
Right.
concert. That's not, what I would do, but I just like writing songs.
Oh yeah, definitely. And they are
And if
that
anybody
darn
wants to
good.
use my songs, ring me up.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, your songs are that darn good. I will say that. Uh,
Thank you.
so when you have, what is your most memorable moment? Let's go with that. So, what is your most memorable moment writing songs?
Memorable moment, I guess, would be writing Gone But Not Forgotten because that was
Uh,
really, a sad time. A lot of the songs, though, like in that period that when I was writing, are pretty sad. But yeah, so I think that's a memorable moment because I lost my little girl and
oh,
it was the
sorry.
hardest thing.
Yeah. DJ Blue, do you have any questions for, or Dana, do you have any questions for?
Um, I'll just say, how did you, find the type of beats you wanted to select? That's a great question.
Well, it's trial and error. Like I could write a song and then have them put a beat to it, and then I don't like it. I keep going until I find one that I like.
I like a
That's
lot of
that's awesome.
Yeah, I will say I actually streamed uh, uh, maybe 6 or 7 songs earlier. I was uh I was doing a pre anniversary 3 years since my Station Head album came out
Oh
today.
yeah,
So
that's right.
I actually went live today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there you go. Um,
Well, I just put the album out like on the 17th of
yeah, you
April.
did.
And on the 22nd, you messaged me and I was like, I can't believe somebody's listened to my album. Like, what?
Of course. There's a lot of times I will scroll through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube just to see how many more artists are out there that is yet to be, either found or they need help, getting more of their stuff out there, and that's what
That
we
is
do.
so cool. That is
So,
really nice that you do that.
and I found Aime C, and I found the person behind Aime C, you, and I was like, this is freaking amazing. There's no possibility I am not putting this thing on. So, and by the way, tell your hubby and your whole family thank you for their service, because I've got my entire family from my great grandparents on is in some form of service, military or what have you.
Thank
So
you.
I appreciate their service most definitely. Um, so what, in your view, right? What do you define as like a hit song in the current landscape of what we call music?
Million views, probably.
Okay.
If it gets a million views, you know that it's going to be a hit.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it's already a hit. So we're going to manifest that thing.
All right.
Yeah, you're going to get a million views at some point or another. Okay. Now, now a lot of people try to give up in the first 6 months of things like that. No, I've seen artists, you know, throughout time, and it takes time to create and build that empire of listener base. And those that stick around is those that are successful. And DJ Blue can tell you that too. Look at Rick Ross, for example. He started out, you know, at the beginning, and he built himself, which is awesome. Bruno Mars is another one. So co-writing, how do you navigate co-writing while maintaining your artistic voice?
Co-writing, I do all my own writing.
Okay,
I don't have a co-writer.
that's right. Also, what advice a lot of younger folks might be out, you know, watching this and things like that, and they're high in on AI stuff more than I am, because you know, us in the, you know, older than 40 club, if you know what I mean. You know, I'm not that keen on AI, but I'm learning it as I go along, sort of thing.
Yeah.
There's a lot of younger folks that is, you know, probably watching this now or later, and they're saying, "Oh, Cole, this is freaking awesome! I want to do that." What would be your advice? What would you give them as far as advice to how to create their own stuff, how to write their own stuff, you know, how to use AI, how to use their own voice and AI like you do with But Now They're Men song, which I thought was very, very intelligent, how you made that. So
My son recorded that. So if you're gonna record your own stuff, obviously you need a studio.
right.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
What advice would you give younger people
Okay.
that's going to be watching this? That's you know, in high
There are
school.
so
and
many
whatnot?
AI programs or apps or things that they can do, and they could go. The AI is the future. I was just at an AI summit for 3 days.
Oh, wow.
It was a 2-hour AI
Oh,
summit.
that's awesome.
Yeah, and it was amazing. Tony Robbins was one of the speakers.
Now I'm jealous. I am jealous. I love Tony Robbins. Tony
Yeah,
Robbins is awesome.
The whole thing was amazing, and I learned a lot
Yeah.
about AI. And if you're not, you know, at least doing a little form of AI, you're gonna just really fall behind. I mean,
Right.
it's the future.
And I'm pretty sure he was amazing in person.
Yes.
Because I watched a lot of his YouTube videos and stuff, you know, and he's a great speaker. I mean, one of the most amazing speakers I've
Yeah.
ran into. And Jim Rohn is another one. There's a few others, but Tony Robbins is one of the big ones. So
Yeah.
all right,
So
so Tess Cardinelli, are you ready to hear
appreciate-
This Is Us?
Oh, this is us. Oh, this is about my family now.
Yes. So from Aime C, guys. All right. So you heard Tess, right? From Dancing in the Moonlight to But They're Now Men. So we are going to be listening to what she has written with Aime C. And this song, This Is Us, well, you may want to get some tissues. I'm just saying. This is a very good upbeat song, but the message to this is nothing short but amazing. So, are you guys ready for this?
Yeah.
I think so. All right, ladies and gentlemen, This Is Us. You heard it last week, but here you go, live on TikTok. Willsworld Radio Show. We'll be back with Tess in a minute.
Gather round, let me tell you our story. A family of 5 in all of our glory. Mom and dad, they laid the ground almost 30 years. Still love we found. From the laughter in the kitchen to the dreams by the pool. With every little moment, we are so full. Yeah, miles may separate us, but the heart will stay together in spirit. Come one day.
Breeze, what's up?
This is us, the love that we share. No matter the distance, we'll always be there.
Them words right there, the kids are grown. Danielle, what's up? Coley Cole's in the house. Hey, Coley!
Each other's hearts will always reside. This is it, the love that we share. No matter the distance, we'll always be there. Your kids and go, and never lost sight. Through thick and thin, we're shining so bright and perfect.
Oh, thank you. Well, you just heard This Is Us, and now let's go to The Line That Made Us, Aime C, written by Tess Cardinale. So we're playing The Line That Made Us, which another favorite of mine, actually.
This one's a funny story.
Stuck at the DMV. Oh, speaking of 80s. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Cece, yeah, after the song we can ask her about that. They want to know the story of the song.
Oh, that's it.
Oh man. Those lyrics right there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Well, the story behind that one is I had just moved here from New Jersey.
Oh,
This was
wow.
a long
Good
time ago.
Jersey.
And she, my girlfriend now, was here from Virginia. And we both ended up at the DMV taking our driver's test.
I'm
Now,
from Virginia.
no way. She's from Roanoke, Virginia.
You're in Roanoke. I'm
She's from
on the
Roanoke.
east side. I'm in the northern neck.
Oh, okay. I don't know. She was brand new from Virginia, so she had a
Wow.
very, very strong accent. And I had an accent basically from Newark, New Jersey, and I talked really fast. So we had a really tough time communicating with each other because her accent was so strong. But she came up to me and she said, "Is that fish on your hair?" And I had no idea what she just said. And I said, "Excuse me?" And she goes, "Is that fuchsia on your hair?" And I finally realized she was asking me if I had this fuchsia color in my hair.
Oh.
And so we just started laughing because I couldn't understand her. She couldn't understand me because I was talking so fast. And we didn't exchange any numbers or anything. We just, stood in line. We left.
Right.
And then that night we ended up going out. We're in Las Vegas. And so there's hundreds of casinos. We could have ended up
yeah.
anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
We ended up in the same casino that night. We ran into each other again. And we just hugged each other like we were best friends forever. And we remained best friends.
That's
And
awesome.
that was almost 40 years ago.
Wow.
Shout out to Nina. I love you, Nina.
Wow. So a very short piece of family background here. My mom and my grandmother is originally from New Jersey.
Oh, wow. Where?
Seaside, New Jersey.
Seaside.
That's where they're originally from.
I'm from Newark.
Yeah. Yeah. So my grandmother, grandfather on my mom's side is originally from New Jersey. They moved down to Virginia, obviously.
Oh, okay.
But my grandmother and grandfather originally was married in the Navy up there. So there you go.
You don't have a strong accent like Nina.
No, I don't. The Roanoke, there's Southern Virginia, then you have the Eastern Southern Virginia type. We got all kinds of different accents in the state. I mean, it's wild. I'm more of I kind of like had more of the countryside accent. It's even more so down Roanoke, actually.
Yeah.
It depends on where you're at in Virginia.
Right.
I'm between two bodies of river, so I'm near the water, so to speak, on the eastern side of it, called the Northern Neck, and that's why they call it the Northern Neck, because we're on both sides. We're on one side we're like in between both rivers here, okay. And then it flows into the Chesapeake Bay. So that's about as easy as I can explain it. Yeah. Oh man. So you've already answered the question about personal meaning in any of your music. I think we already answered that because it talks about your family, it's amazing. And you had people crying up in here in a good way, So how has your music and writing evolved ever since you started out the first time many years ago?
Well, it's definitely evolved because of AI, because
Right.
I've been able to complete a whole album, 8 songs in just a short time, where before, when my boys were in the music industry, we went to LA and we had to, meet with very, producers in LA, and we had to it just was so time consuming. They're in the studio for 18 hours. Right. It evolved so much that, I can do a whole album in less than a month.
Wow, that's amazing. Hey, Gracie Easton's in here. Gracie is another one like you. She sings her songs and does AI too, and it's freaking amazing. And you guys are like the only two I've ever met that actually is doing both, which is awesome, by the way. I also wanted to ask you is if you could change anything about any of the music industry right now, as it exists today, what do you think it would be?
If I could change it, I would probably not make it so difficult for, young kids to get started
Amen
and
to that.
just, I mean, write your songs and tell your stories and not have to, the whole political part of the whole production and, that kind of thing.
Right.
It just, I think that could be better.
Yeah, and yeah, I totally agree with you. If things needs to be easier for the younger folks, the Gen Zs to
Not so
you know
expensive.
right, that too. That it gets so expensive.
Mhm.
And Cece said Tessa's a beautiful woman. She kinds reminds me of Cher. That is awesome. That is awesome.
Thanks, Cece.
Here, you may have ran into this, you may not, but what is the most strangest, weirdest, or most memorable thing any of your fans has ever done for you or your listeners?
You act like I have fans. I don't have any fans.
Well,
I'm a
anybody that you
mom.
might have ran into that listened to your songs.
I mean, I'm getting a lot of good feedback actually on the
Right.
Aime C, but you are my person. So I want to thank you for doing that.
Oh, you're certainly welcome.
You have made it so that other people are actually hearing me and listening to me, and I appreciate that so much.
Oh yeah, it's no problem at all, and that's what we do. And being in 26 years of radio and still working the FM side part time, by the way, but I've seen, how can I put this, the positives and negatives, so to speak, when a songwriter first comes out. And the positive is, yes, you can send the music. The negative is whether or not if it's going to get played on FM, right? So, as a former full-time program director, thankfully I'm a program director of my own show now. But as a former program and music director full-time, you know, you think it's awesome. I'm like, man, this is awesome. We got to get on. However, you got a boss. That boss determines whether or not if it goes on air. So, a lot of times it was hit and miss, and it is what it is because hey, the boss has the final say, right?
Right.
So, and I felt that there was a need for a lot of indie artists and a lot of artists that is going out on their own. I felt that there was a need that needed to be done, which is when I started the show almost nearly 7 years ago now. But I've been in radio way before that for 26 years.
Mhm.
But there was a need, and that need was to create a platform for independent artists to be heard around the world. And DJ Blue is also does the same exact thing, also along with my guys over at Hot Mix VA Radio, which has over like 3 million views in the last year. They're big on independent artists and artists that is rolling too. So yeah, we need artists like you to be heard,
Thank
and
you.
not just in the United States, not just in the region, but everywhere, around the world. Because you never know, a song like They're Now Men, or a song like This Is Us, or The Line That Made Us. You never know when one of those songs may change a person's life for the better.
Yeah.
And our mission is to make sure you guys get your songs out there. So that's
And
what
even
we
just
do.
one person can relate to my song, then I feel blessed.
Right. Yeah, definitely. And I could relate to they're now men, because I got a teenager already that just turned 14. He's becoming a man. So I get it. He plays high school soccer. So yeah, we get busy around here. But if you wanted anybody to, let's see, if they want, you need people to hear the music and follow you. Where can they follow you? Where can they follow you at? I know you got Instagram and TikTok and all. Where else can folks follow you at to hear your music and stuff?
On YouTube also, they have topics, Aime C topics, all her albums on there, and then Tess Cardinelli on
Okay.
YouTube. All platforms on the music is, but I'm also on, my Instagram is Tess Cardinelli. I'm also Momager1228 on certain
Okay.
platforms. And
Yeah, Momager 1228.
Momager, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome.
That's on the merch. If anybody wants to buy, merch for the Minneapolis charities, it's Aime, and then it's -STORE store at fourthwall.com.
Fourth Wall. Is that the number 4?
Yeah, FOURTH, fourthwall.com. And there's merch there, which is the album cover, basically. And all the proceeds will go to the charity. I reached out to 2 charities, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to choose.
Right.
But I'm waiting to hear back from both of those.
That is amazing. So we got through the strangest thing and your most memorable moments. What do you want, folks that's out there? What do you want them? What do you want to say to those that are just now finding out? They're just now watching this for the very first time. What do you want listeners and viewers